Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me again today. How are you doing? Welcome to... That's right. We're all the way from up here in Indiana. We're going down under to see what happened in Australia this week. Using the top posts on the Australian subreddit for this week. Makes sense. First one, I can already see the first one. I was already looking at it in confusion, to be honest. I'm a little bit confused. Is this just celebrating that Albanese was reelected, or what does this mean? Anthony Albanese returned as PM. Is this like funny because of the word returned, like you're returning him? I don't get it. Unless, maybe I'm way overthinking it. Is this just celebrating, like, okay, hey, top news, Anthony Albanese reelected? Absolute malpractice to go into the election with Peter Dutton. Imagine Anthony prepped for his last election for a long time. A tight race between Libs and Labour. Calls it in 2 hours and went home. This was fast. Okay, so this post was made. Now I'm starting to understand. I indeed was way overthinking it. You guys just use kind of a weird phrasing. Returned as PM. I guess why that confused me a little bit, just because, like, even if a president was reelected here in America, you wouldn't say Joe Biden returned as president. So that made me very confused and way overthink this. This is literally just a post that was posted apparently like right when it happened, when he was reelected, which evidently also happened very quickly. Like, it was able to be projected within 2 hours, I guess. And yeah, this dude snapped a picture of his TV and spread the news. Okay. Wow, I way overthought that. Thank you, Anthony. Farewell. Who's Anthony? Is that not Anthony? Why are we saying farewell? You are an absolute Australian legend. Who left? What happened? You left large shoes to fill. Thank you for all you have done, from informing us to educating us. We love you. Okay, apparently some Aussie legend retired or something. Anthony, what is it, broadcaster? How am I not familiar with this person? Australia. Anthony John Green. Australian psychologist? What is this? Study of elections. Oh, cool. Oh, I see. Okay, so this was his last election, I guess. He was the Australian Broadcast Corporation's chief election analyst until his retirement. This week. He must have done a great job, considering how many people apparently are going to miss him. Shout out to Anthony. I like that tie. Kind of looks like, if you zoom in on like a TV screen, like the pixels.
Can't see how the coalition wins from here.
That sounds important.
Well, that does sound important.
Is bad for them.
Don't let me interrupt you.
I can already tell. He's very charismatic. I like him.
Is that they've just gone backwards everywhere. I can't see. It is bad news everywhere for them. There's seats all over the country, all over the eastern states. They're losing and they're behind in. No, they need to get 19 seats majority government.
Don't act so happy about it, Anthony.
They need to gain 10 seats for Labor. They're currently in the process of losing 12 to 15.
Yep.
The trend is all the wrong way. And I am a bit limited in the amount of data I can see at the moment, but it is impossible to see how this turns around. This isn't necessarily...
I love Australian English.
At the moment, it's a bit hard to work this out. Let's just say that. I can't see how the coalition wins from here. Now, does that mean the Albanese government is won? Well, yes, it's a binary contest. Have they got majority or minority? On these figures, they are going to have a substantially increased majority.
So you are categorically ruling out anything other than a minority or majority government for Anthony Albanese tonight?
I'm kind of surprised he retired. He seems to be in his prime. He's not too old. But, okay, hey, go enjoy your life, Sir Anthony. We have reached peak Jim's era. A new era in personal growth. Jim's life coaching. I feel like there's context here that I'm missing. I'm reading through these comments. I don't understand them. Step 1, buy a Jim's franchise. Step 2. Step 3, personal growth. Everyone worried about AI and robots ruling the world. when in reality, it'll be Jim. Who is this guy? I'm doing my part, and this was 7 days ago. So that would have been on the election. Why? What? Why is he grilling up a bunch of snags with onions? Thank you for your service. The gentle hiss of snags on the barbie, the scent of caramelizing onion, the satisfaction of talking to the LNP how to vote card, screwing up Dutton's face and throwing it in the bin. Wait, you get a free snag when you go vote? But you have to vote. This should be in a country like America where you don't have to vote. You know, incentivize people to go vote. Get a free snag. Some of Australia's less popular, quote, big thing attractions. Gayndah. Welcome to Gayndah. Is that a clam? What the heck? Oh, it's Ned Kelly. So where are these things? What does it mean, big thing attractions? Humpty Dumpty. Big table and chairs. I mean, it says where they are down here. They're just scattered all across Australia. You have to collect them all. I never realized that the AFL ball looks just like an American football. Like it's even got the stitching up here that looks like an American football. And I know I always call it AFL, but it's really like Australian football, like footy. AFL is the league. I get that. I just didn't know it was this. Well, honestly, now that I look at these, it's not actually as similar to an American football as this photo looks. This tapered end, you know, really has the shape of an American football, whereas these balls are a little bit more rounded on the end. I mean, maybe you don't know what an American football looks like. So there you go. See how the end is more pointy? Apparently, tourism from Australia to the United States is tanking. Shocking. Just like tourism from everywhere else on Earth to America is tanking. Excellent job, Trump. Fell by 7% year over year in March. Nice. 28% from Germany. So pretty much just take the tariff rate that Trump arbitrarily put on a country, and that's about how much the tourism dropped. I want answers to the lady who defecated on our driveway at approximately 7:15 a.m. this morning, 26th of April, while walking your dog. You were recorded. Oh, I like how this is a letter to the lady. While walking your dog, you were recorded on our security cameras defecating on our private driveway. We have clear video footage of the incident. Release the footage! You have 48 hours to return and properly clean up the mess. They kept the mess there. They kept it there in the driveway. They've just been driving over it just to make you come and clean it up. I respect that. If not, we will have no choice but to circulate photos from the footage to identify you. And then it says F News Corp, which I think that was, is that photoshopped on there after the fact, or is this, it looks like it's not warped. You know, it's not curving with the paper, but I don't know. Oh, wow, this was 6 days ago. Have the photos been posted? Also, I mean, this doesn't really acknowledge the fact that if you're pooping in someone's driveway, that means you have a personal vendetta against that person. There's no other explanation. Why would you poop in the driveway? You could have just pooped by the mailbox or somewhere. That's like the least discreet place to poop. You could have pooped in their bushes, under a tree. If you go straight into someone's driveway and poop, I'd like to know why they did that. Okay, I'm not going to react to this whole thing. Maybe I will next week. I don't know. In fact, I probably will. Hell, I react to something every day, guys, so why not? But this is 9 minutes long. That's quite way too long for just a This Week in Australia video. But I am going to just watch the first part of it. Apparently this guy's a legend, guys. Anthony Green.
First of all, we'll just go
This is a
across
tribute.
to Anthony Green.
Anthony Green has the first hour of counting there.
We have some
Okay,
breaking
he's
news.
been doing this for a long time.
I'm going to go to Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green is to election analysis and election results rather like Tina Turner to rugby league, simply the best.
Let's look at the overall votes.
Okay. I'm actually captivated by that. I will be reacting to this entire thing. Let me add that to the schedule. Hungry Jack's, Burger King, fined for putting 27,000 toys with button batteries in meals without warning. You know, I almost actually feel bad for Burger King here. You know, honestly, I hate their food, but Happy Meal toys have been notoriously getting worse and worse and worse through the ages. And I remember as a kid when you would actually get like a little game. As crazy as that is to think nowadays, you could actually get like a little video game in the Happy Meal. Nowadays, you get like a piece of cardboard. I see it. My son, you know, he gets like a little piece of cardboard. I'm like, is that the toy? Or is the toy inside there? No, it's like a little piece of cardboard with some stickers. So I see that they actually gave you a toy. And now they're being fined for it. I mean, okay, I guess that's a regulation that it uses a certain kind of battery, which, what is it, a choking hazard maybe? Oh my God. A daughter died after ingesting a button battery. Okay, I don't think this was from this incident, like not from these Burger King toys, but just from a different incident, I think. That is extremely sad though. So, okay, I do see why they need a warning. I never heard of that. Ingesting one of those little button batteries could kill a baby. Okay, unfortunately, I had to pre-watch this because it's a law enforcement thing. You know, it says a machete attack. There's no actual, there's nothing gruesome about this video, but it is very interesting because, I mean, in particular, comparing it to like American law enforcement, it's always interesting to see how different countries' law enforcement deals with situations like this. And well, like I said, I already watched it, and it's actually very interesting to me because you can see this. Apparently, this is a woman with a machete, and yeah, you can see she's moving toward officers and stuff, dancing around,
So they're gonna shoot her.
being crazy. Which is interesting because here in America, the second she starts moving toward an officer within like 40 feet, 30 feet, with a bladed weapon, they're justified to shoot, and they probably will, almost certainly will. But as you can see here in Australia, this is quite brave. Watch this cop from behind.
It's alright, I think someone just jumped out and grabbed her.
You don't see law enforcement doing that here in America too often.
Unmarked cop cars undercover just dropped to the ground from behind. So she's down. Make sure you put it on Facebook tonight.
Impressive work. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. And I hope to see you again next week.